Check 1, 2.
Yep.
We're in the building.
Every time, man. Every time. I'm Damien McKenzie. I'm sitting in here on the Charty Podcast for my wife, Fiona Eiffel McKenzie.
Yeah.
And today we have Geo Gabriel, musician, producer, songwriter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad. Yeah.
Dad.
Father of two.
Yeah.
Husband. To a beautiful wife.
Thank you.
Nigerian.
Yeah.
British Nigerian.
Yeah. In the building. We rap all the time.
Oh, man. Hey, man, Geo.
Yeah.
So, a little boy tell me you got a new track out here now, eh?
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Cooking up some things in the kitchen?
Man, listen, we've been in the lab doing this, hardcore.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Listen,
and the
man,
beat goes on.
Yeah? What's the name of the track, bro?
Right, this track is called Happy Birthday.
All right.
Yeah. So I put this out on my birthday. And yeah, it's a happy birthday to me. It's a happy birthday to more people, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Oh, you want to bust it? Let me hear something.
Can I?
Yeah, bro. Come on, man. Your time, your space, man. Come on.
Woo, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
All right.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, yes, sir, for sure. It's my vibe, yeah. This is new. I've been looking over my shoulder just to see how I've made it over. No matter the day, I still stand tall. Some people come for responsible points like fences. Didn't have it easy, built in their trenches. Privacy is low, keep my circle small. No matter the outcomes, lessons learned. I have learned a thing or two to help me shape the person that I am. There's been many doubters, their opinions so strong, but I keep proving them wrong. So with a toast I celebrate me. I'm singing happy birthday to me. I'm younger and stronger and wiser and free. This is my song, singing it all day long. Oh yeah. Don't you get it twisted, I'm all good. I've been making it happen since I should. Nah. Go get it.
What is it?
That's it, you ain't getting any more.
Man, I was getting into that one, Gio.
That's it.
Getting into that one.
Reel them in.
Sorry. All completed now?
Yeah.
Out on various streaming platform?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's out on all the platforms right now. So this is some good stuff. And it's just really telling people, you know what?
I'm feeling them.
Yeah, you like it?
I'm feeling that.
Yeah. It's a big story to
Yeah.
Big
Well, I
story.
can imagine the Geo because you're a man of substance. So I can only imagine you sit there and you're writing with some thought behind it. Yeah. I like it.
Well, Gio, I've known you for quite a number of years, probably over a decade now. Yeah,
man.
We've been friends. Sung at our wedding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Wow.
Sung at our wedding. This was 2009.
Bro, can I be real?
Go on. It's over 10 years.
Yeah, so I've sung a number of weddings. I did the whole wedding singer thing at one time in life. I never wanted to do that, You remember Adam Sandler? He had a movie called The Wedding Singer. I watched that movie. I was laughing. I was like, I would never do that. I've done over 200 weddings later.
Tell me this, Gio. What's so bad about singing?
No, it's
I know this is not where you want to go. This direction you want to head in. Yeah. But I think if someone asks you to sing at a wedding, I think it's an honor, mate.
Yeah,
it was an honor having you blessed us.
Yeah,
blessed us with your vocals. You remember what song you sung?
Yeah, that John Legend song.
It's terrible if you went here. I can't even remember the song, but I know.
And I will stay with you through the good times and bad. Something like that. I don't know. You know what? I learned that for your wedding,
Is it?
I don't know it after that.
Mate, it was a special moment. While I know your song, my memory is terrible, bro. You see, it take me a couple of seconds to remember what year I got married. But because it was such a live and the acoustic in the church was really, really good. You got the kind of bellowing voice too. You got the real power vocal.
But hey, you had a maestro on the piano.
You don't remember, do you? So shout out to Andre Gabriel. This guy is an absolute don. He plays bass.
Hey, my memory is so bad, bro.
He plays everything. He played the piano that day, and that was the first time I knew he played the piano.
See,
bro, I've always known him as a guitarist. So that day I was like, oh, we ain't got a piano player. I was like, that's fine, it's cool. Got in there, man, just got on. I was like, what?
Do you want to tell you this, bro? I thought you did the acapella. I know you had some instrumental accompaniment.
Yeah, he was there. But
wow.
But I know you remember this. You might not say so, but your wedding is actually one of the best weddings I've been to.
Oh, thanks, bro.
No, I'm being honest. You know,
it was a small wedding, bro.
Yeah, but guess what? It was not the number. It was amazing. It was small, but it was amazing. And that got me thinking like, hold up.
It was really intimate, though.
It was like 11 people in the church.
It probably does. I think including me, Fiona, it was about 20 of us.
Bro, it looked so small in my eyes.
Bro, it looks small in everybody's eyes, bro.
And it was like, I was there, I'm standing thinking, wow.
These people don't know nobody, but...
No, I was like, bro, when we got there to the church and everything, I was like, all right, so where's the entourage? They're like, you were like, this is it. I was like, what?
Yeah, buddy.
So it's just Jackie, my wife. She was like the maid of honor. And who was the best man?
Gary.
And I was like, nobody else? I'm like, hold up a sec. Nobody else. So I'm looking in shock and I'm like, wow. But it was amazing.
But there had some more people though.
No, there was more people. Because like in the reception, there were more people. But it wasn't over the top.
It was 20, including me and Fiona.
Right. So, it shows it's the quality. Listen, my wedding and your wedding were worlds apart.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
My wedding, the entourage was like 47.
See.
So, and you had like 450 people in the church. And you had 360. I've not counted the gate crashers. We had a couple, not a large number. I've heard some horror stories. So, but my wedding was amazing. But your wedding was amazing as well. So it's like, it's not about the numbers.
Absolutely
it's the content. Do you get what I'm saying?
Not. It's definitely the intimacy, it's the love on the day. And a lot of times when I think about weddings, I think about it's a stressful time for a lot of people because putting the together, organizing, unless you got a wedding organizer, wedding planner, I think it's probably one of the most stressful days. But people kind of they still look good on the day, boy. The bride still with all the running around. I can remember Fiona came in. I was like, wow.
All right. There you go. There's your bride, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Bro, I'll say this here. The night before my wedding, I wanted to kill people, you know. I'm being honest. I wanted to kill a couple of people and destroy my phone. If I had like a pump action 12 gauge, I would have thrown both phones at 2 at the time. I'll throw them up in the... because
it was stressful.
It was so stressful. I remember I went to the tailor where I was getting my outfit done. I was only meant to spend 20 minutes. I ended up spending 4 hours because people were just blowing up my phone. Where's my suit? I'm like, I don't have your friggin' suit. Why are you calling me? I got so stressed out.
Bro.
I thought I was going to hate the day, but come the day.
Yeah.
And then seeing my bride walk down, as soon as she turned to the doors of the church and I saw her standing there, I was like,
bro, I try and remember as much as I could about your wedding too, bro. But listen, I got to do one of these things where I invite on different occasions people to actually fill in gaps in my memory. Because
it can't be that bad.
It is that bad, bro. I tell you, I don't even remember someone play the piano at my wedding.
This is your wedding.
This is
not my wedding. This is your wedding.
I remember you sang, but I couldn't remember which song you sang, bro. However, it's that bad.
This is that 7-Up moment. This is where we go for that commercial break because, bro, this is your wedding. I remember my wedding like so vividly.
Yeah.
I remember the whole week because the things going through my head is in the more seriousness of it. That really, really started to like I'll say last 2 weeks of the wedding, I started to understand certain things, that it's about happiness. It's about one's happiness. It's not about jumping into this agreement and you know your heart's not in it. You know, and I started to think about other things like, wow, this is real responsibility.
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
big people's things, you know what I mean?
Big people thing, we say that a lot. This is big man thing, It's real big people thing.
Yeah, man.
And you guys married like a year after us in 2010,
We're 2009.
2009.
Yeah. You were
same year.
Same year.
Yeah,
You're
we're
a couple
April.
of months before us. That's right.
Yeah, same year. Yeah, so we over
And
there.
you're still with your wife.
Wait, I've been with Fiona for 24 years.
See, this hand here is waiting for this handshake. Do you get me? There you go. That's a firm handshake right there.
24 years.
Bro, let me tell you something here. Let me break this down to you. Congratulations and big up to you. Because you know what? Most people, as we know, we read the media, we see what's on in newspapers, online, what's going on IG, on the gram, Facebook, and even in our person. I'm sure you know people that were together.
Yeah, man. But
no more.
I come from a family like that, bro.
I come from a broken home.
I come from a home where my stepfather raised me.
Okay.
But he wasn't a great person. But, I learned a few things from him. And, you came from a home where your biological father wasn't there, isn't it?
No, he wasn't there. I just remember him just a little bit. I mean, like, the early years, like when I was 2, I remember him in the house, and then after that, no more.
I think we're going to be real serious now. I think with my dad's absence, in the absence, I learned a lot from him, because I was like, nah, I'm not going to be anything like this. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to be chasing skirt tails and making kids all around. And,
how many in your family?
Like, on my mom's side, from my mom and later on my siblings, it's me and 5 girls.
So is that all from your mom and dad?
5 from my mom with my biological dad, and then 1 with my stepdad. So it's me and the 4 girls, and then the last girl is from my stepfather. So my mom remarried when I was 7 years old.
Okay.
So my stepdad was like my dad.
Okay.
And they got divorced when I was an adult.
Did that affect you?
Nah, man. I could see the coming years before should have left his ass a long time.
Oh wow.
But I learned from him. I learned like man stuff, fixing things, and a bit of farming, and again how not to be. He wasn't that patient. He wasn't that tolerant. But for a man to come in and look after another man's seeds, it was a lot on him, because he came into my mom's life when he was relatively young. I think he was about 27.
Wow.
Mom already had about 5 kids.
Wow. Okay.
So he came in pretty young. So he was growing up too.
Oh, okay.
Come on, he's 27 years old.
27, right.
I don't want to give the man too much grace, but some things you recognize as you get older, that he was still
learning.
Yeah.
Still learning. Still learning the job.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but Geo, let me get back to how you were raised. You born here in England.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where in England?
Southeast London.
Yeah.
Southeast London and all the way. More towards the Peckham area. I was here till I was 9 years old.
And then you went back to...
I got shipped out because I was a really bad kid.
Yeah, Geo was one of them ones sent back.
Yeah, I got sent back. I mean, you know what? I think it's really common with black families, especially in them eras, whereby mom and dad, either the broken home, my dad wasn't there. Like I said, I only remember him till I was like 2. Then he came when I was 6 once, and I realized he was a hard guy, Then I remember just seeing my mom one time in the room crying her eyes out, and he'd sent her a letter, I don't want you no more, blah, blah, blah. He's gone, done his own thing, you know what I mean? And from him, I'm number 7 of 12 that I know of.
We got similar fathers, bro. I think my father probably got about. I know I got a sister that's about 2 months older than me. I got a brother that's probably about 4 months older than me. So my dad had.
He was active.
Yeah, I want to tell you.
He was doing his
He
things.
was radioactive.
Yeah. That sounds like my dad too.
So I reckon I probably got about at least, because I know about 2 more. So it's me. It's just 5 of us. And then I got another brother. So then there's 2 brothers and a sister. There's 8. At least 9 that I know of.
Yeah, that's very similar. And I mean, you know what's funny? When I was in Nigeria, I became friends with this dude. So I came out of secondary school and we were just hanging out, partying and stuff. So one time he came over to mine and there's a wedding picture of my parents, their wedding picture. And he saw the picture, he was like, yo, I recognize these 2 guys. These guys love women. And he was going on about because his mom owns like a night spot, like a nightclub kind of thing. And he's like, they're there with different women every night, blah, blah, blah. So I'm there with straight face just looking at him. And he didn't realize it. He went on for a while and he just stopped. He was like, oh, snap.
Go on, the kid.
You look like them 2. I was like, So, and we're talking about my dad and his best man. They didn't play. They didn't play.
That life is.
It's common though, isn't it?
It is really
but it's
common,
bad.
bro. It is.
It destroys the children. So I didn't have a relationship with him. You know, when I only lived with him for 4 years when they sent me away because I was doing everything wrong. Everything. And that's because mom wasn't around. Mom was working a lot. Because she's out working, I'm in a household where no one really gives a monkeys and stuff. So I was doing my own thing. So from the age of 7, I was smoking till 9. I was picking up bad vice. I was skipping school. I wasn't going to school or nothing. So my mom just wrote to my dad. You know what happened? I got caught stealing on various occasions. So the last one, I kid you not, all I remember was opening my eyes and my mom was beating the life out of me with a mop
That's
stick.
the frustration, bro. Isn't it?
Yeah, I'd done it. And the thing is, my mom was hot-tempered, really. Little lady, 5'3", 5'2", 5'3", but hot-tempered. She didn't play. And she had them shoes that she just picked them up.
Yeah, buddy.
Side table, just dash it at you.
Whatever's at hand, buddy.
Listen, man, if that wooden spoon, if it's got some hot sauce on it, she's throwing it at you.
Whatever at hand. I can remember one time, bro. You don't reach a certain age, and you get a certain size now. I think the last time my mother put hands in me, I probably was about 14, 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
All I had to do was just cover my ears, bro, because nothing else can hurt. As you were saying, if I get them slap around my ears, you get the ringing.
Yeah.
I just cover my ears. She wailed away on me. And then she went and sleep, bro. Tire her out. The woman never touched me again. But.
Do you know what? It's like, I think I had a lot of questions that were never answered. Like, I have a sister I don't know that I never got to know, and there were no answers about that. So those are the kind of things I really was upset about. I mean, I'm born an extroverted person, a naturally extroverted. When I went to Nigeria, when I got sent away, I became introverted because my dad was an ex-soldier and he didn't play. So ex-soldiers turned civil servant, nothing around. Where we lived, our nearest neighbor was like friggin' 5 miles away. It was a new state in Nigeria. So it was like, you didn't have like council flat. No.
A lot of space around.
Too much space. And for a child, that's boring.
I can
That's
imagine
so boring. You
a
know,
lot of fresh air.
it's a lot of fresh air. And we only had like one radio station, and they only used to play Indian classical music and country music.
Indian classical music in Nigeria, bro.
Bro, listen, we used to watch all the Indian movies in Nigeria. Bury them. I remember the actors Amitabh Bachchan, Dharmendra, Shashika Paul. I remember the movies there, bro. I remember those actors in all their movies. So I got into that stuff.
So how they run? Well, they got all right. So they got a heavy influence on Indians in.
Nope. What it is, Nigeria at the time had like people, like you had a lot of teachers that were either Indians or Filipinos.
Okay.
But Bollywood, now when I look at it now as an adult, I'm like, right, so this is Bollywood. They're in their community. Their stuff travels round. It just so happens to be a lot of Nigerians were into their movies. Like I went to
got you.
yeah. So I went like when I went to Jamaica, I realized that you have a substantial amount of Jamaican people that watch Nollywood. I like Nollywood movies because I'm like, rah. I got into them.
Yeah, I could definitely see the link between Jamaicans watching Nollywood movie because it's African movie, but it's totally unrelated to me that a country like Nigeria.
I know what you mean.
Watching, but it's fine because I'm from Guyana, but it's different because in Guyana, there's a large population of
Indians,
people.
Right?
You know, they went there as indentured laborers after the abolition of slavery, and they brought their culture with them, and we had a real mix of culture, and so I watch a lot of Indian movies growing up.
I think in a lot of
stuff like that.
I think in a lot of black communities, like in Africa, you had a lot of Indians and people from Asia there as well. So they bring their culture with them, and it's like I realize a lot of black countries, the people love country music.
Bro, I know. I I think about my stepfather now. He used to listen to a lot of them white American music, Johnny Mathis and stuff like that. And they did. Yeah. They did like some of these country music, a bit of Kenny Rogers.
Listen,
Dolly Parton.
I'm telling you, and you know what? I don't knock the music at all because I learned as a musician now. I've learned a lot. Those 2 years that I had time to listen to that and to learn from that, I learned a great deal. After them 2 years, they opened up the first soul station in that state where I was staying. So I latched onto that hardcore day and night.
So this is where you think you developed a love for the music?
I've always been into music from London, from when I was a child, because I used to like Saturday morning, bro, I would line up cans in my mom's room when everyone's out, and I'll have like a broomstick there and I'm performing as a little boy. So it's always been in my blood.
What with school competitions and stuff? Had them things back in the days?
Competitions, I never knew about them, but I used to watch a lot of Soul Train and stuff like that. Our house, we played a lot of reggae, rock, pop, everything. Soul, everything. My mom was into her Dolly Parton, Elvis Presley, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald. My dad loved these Jimmy Cliff, Grover Washington. Both my parents liked Bob Marley, and so it's like, my brothers were into Sugar Minor and all them people that So there was a lot of that, and I used to listen to pop music on TV like Madness and all them groups and stuff. Then when I first got into hip hop, Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight, that was my life. My soundtrack started from there, and I was just like hip hop all the way. I'm a hardcore.
Yeah, you were telling me the other day you more hip-hop. Into the rap, hip hop.
Yeah.
And the R&B.
Yeah.
And you did send me a track with some hip hop in there.
Yeah. That's my background.
Geo got some bars.
That's my thing. Listen,
it's like everybody got some bars, but
yeah, man, that hip hop is my thing, and I really feel that a lot of us are from that hip hop generation, So our mindsets are a certain way, and we think a certain way, and
we definitely got the influence.
Yeah, big time, man. So hip hop all the way. I mean, I got more. Don't get me wrong. They listen to soul music and stuff like that, but hip hop, without a question, I wouldn't even question twice. I give it every time. Give it the time and day. I don't care. That's just me. But now I'm everything around me, grime, whatever, I'm listening, because there's a goodness in every single genre.
Absolutely. And if you can, because you saying you don't pigeonhole yourself to any one
No.
particular genre.
No.
Yeah, you got a more eclectic flavor.
Yeah.
So, if you were to make an album, because you haven't put forward any album as yet.
I have.
Yeah?
Yeah. 2 albums. So Queen of Hearts, which was pretty much dedicated to my mum.
Another one.
Yeah, that was dedicated to my mum. And then The Appetizer, which was the second album. Right. Basically, I put that together. It started off by one track, just expressing my emotions, about how I felt, because the household I was raised in, we weren't emotional, if you get what I'm saying. It wasn't that, son, I love you. No.
It's none of that.
No. They were expressed to break your neck. When you step out of line, they'll do that. They'll check you quickly. But, the whole showing
Emotions and stuff like that.
Nah.
Yeah, well, I think we had some of that from a mum, but not as much that I think that clearly not close to anything me and Fiona would express to Jaden. All them
It's different generations, man. Completely different.
I can tell you this, you just said, I could remember when I first came to this country, I didn't know about a man showing affection especially to a son. And I can remember when I came to this country, I saw Father for Justice. I remember the group, they used to be, I can remember them scaling the House of Parliament, defense, or I think it was one of the castles or something like that. So for the opportunity to see the kids, for parental visits and stuff like that. I was thinking, I can't believe a man would do that for a child. That's how far away I was, removed from emotions from a man to his offspring. I thinking, if the mother don't want you to have contact, you get out of jail, free card. I always think it was easy for a man to just get up and go, because that's all I saw.
Wow.
In the community I'm from, the men used to just
drop their seed and just escape.
I had the problem in my own house when my mama take him to court for child support.
Oh wow! You know what? Mine wasn't like that. Mine was just I remember one day walking in the room and seeing my mom crying her eyes out, and the letter was simple. It said, "I ain't with you no more. We're done. I'm with some new chick. I'm married." And that was that. And I remember as a 7-year-old wiping my mom's eyes. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of you. You know, and that was that.
So when you wrote the songs for, let me just get an understanding. Did you decide you're gonna make an album, or you had a selection of singles that you say, okay, I'm gonna use this selection?
I had none. The first track, Letter to the Queen of Hearts, came about when my mom was on her deathbed. I have to backtrack. So I said we didn't have that emotional display of love and affection and stuff like that. And leaving the UK, being an extrovert, turning into an introvert, forced to become an introvert because my dad didn't get on anyway, and I grew to hate him. I'm not in that space and place anymore. I've let go of all that, and I became so introverted and so distant from people. Do you get what I'm saying? Coming back to the UK at the age of 18, I was in Nigeria for 9 years. Coming back, staying with my mom, she was like, you have changed. I was a completely changed person. I would just basically not sit with her. I won't eat with her. I didn't know how to sit at the dinner table and stuff like that. Family meals, I didn't understand that because that was not how I was raised. It was go to your room, you're seen but you're not heard, and you're seen when you're called. That was it, basically that. So when she was dying, I remember I struggled with showing that affection because it had not been shown to me that way. So I remember I was at one of my coaches. I was at his class, and we just having a chat, and he was like, "How's mom?" I was like, "She's not good." At this point, we knew any time she was gonna transition on.
All right, Gio,